Hi, it's Josh with RIB Radio, and this is a word study on darkness. Here's author C.J. Lovik.
The Hebrew word for darkness is composed of three Hebrew letters. Those letters are chet, sheen, and kaf. The conventional understanding of darkness is universally accepted. If you ask anyone what darkness is, they will tell you that it is both the absence and opposite of light. One of the very first disclosures in the Scripture is that there is something called darkness. The subject of darkness is revealed in Genesis, where we read the following. In Genesis 1:2, it says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep." The pictorial meaning of darkness discloses a mystery that is worth our careful consideration. Darkness may be more than just the absence or opposite of light, much more. Let's discover what the picture and numbers embedded underneath the three letters chet, sheen, and kaf reveal. The first Hebrew letter in the word darkness is the letter chet. Chet is the eighth letter in the Hebrew alphabet, has a meaning that can be understood in two ways. Chet is a sanctuary or inner room. It is an area that is private and separate, that is usually designed to protect. It is a secure, quiet place. But chet can also mean to be cut off in a place that is separate and private. A prison cell, for example, is a place private and protected. On the positive side, chet is pictured as a place where you're protected, a place of grace and favor, a place of refuge, a protected garden, a quiet place, silent and still, secure, a fenced inner room and sanctuary. But on the negative side, chet can be pictured as private, all right, but separate and cut off. The second letter in the Hebrew word we translate into English as darkness is sheen. Sheen is the 21st letter in the Hebrew alphabet and is pictured as teeth. It is the picture of being crushed, pressed down, and destroyed. The next letter we want to look at is the third and final letter in the word darkness, and that letter is kaf. Kaf is the 11th letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and it's pictured as the palm of the hand. Kaf has a twin meaning. Kaf is the picture of a hand that either covers or uncovers. It means to open and allow or to close and forbid entrance. Imagine closing your mouth and not speaking, or closing a door so that no one can enter or escape. The pictorial translation of darkness is this, and it adds a new dimension to the idea that darkness is simply the absence of light or opposite of light. According to the ideal picture meaning, darkness is something that occupies space and has dimensions. As a negative picture, kaf is what covers or forbids entrance into a place from which there is no escape. The place it covers, as we learn from the picture of the letter sheen, is a place that crushes, presses down, and destroys those that enter this perilous domain. Darkness is a place that should be avoided. We are encouraged to explore all means necessary in order that darkness might be avoided, in order that we might find the one and only way to avoid darkness. But can it be avoided? If it can, how can it be avoided? Darkness is an omen of doom, a warning of destruction. Darkness is a cautionary sign that all men should heed. In the book of Jude, verses 12 and 13, we read the following warning. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit twice dead, plucked up by the roots, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, of whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. There is no light or hope in darkness, but God, in His great mercy, has sent a hopeful message to fallen man in the very numbers of the Hebrew word of darkness.
And if that was a blessing to you, let us know. Leave a comment or send us a message. Also, check out the other videos on the site. There's a number of other word studies. Subscribe to our mailing list. And if you want to look into this a little bit more deeply, you can get the book. You can get it at livingwordin3d.com or rockonthebooks.com.